Mecklenburg County now requires you to wear a mask in county parks. And meteorologist John Ahrens, he joins us out from the lot of nature preserve. John, you're seeing folks out there. You got the mask on yourself. What are you seeing as far as folks abiding by that new mandate?
So I would say, Blaine, so far it's about 50-50, and you got to think this is going to be a little bit of a challenge here. To be honest, when you're out in the reporting like this, you know, you're breathing in from this mask, your breath pace quickens a little bit. It's a little difficult. You're kind of sucking in your mask a little bit. So just imagine if you're out walking or you're doing some cardio out there, this is going to be a challenge for a lot of folks. Now, as far as enforcement goes, yes, we did find people that were not wearing masks, others that did, that felt that this was just a necessary thing. But there's nobody out here like doing any kind of patrols to make sure people are wearing their masks. So the question of enforcing this is going to be a little on the ambiguous side. But what's clear here from the data from the CDC is that wearing this mask is the best prevention that we have to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We'll be out here through the day today, and we'll be also on digital at WSOCTV.com and on Facebook to talk to people to see just how they plan to deal with this new kind of regulation. Blaine?
All right, thank you, John. We know you've been looking at the mask issue and how it helps quite a bit over the last several weeks. And when county commissioners made that new mask rule last night, they said that they were worried that people were letting their guard down.
If the trends continue and we don't have any signs of it getting any better, I mean, we're headed back to a lockdown.
I feel like we can't just keep receiving these reports. I feel like we got to do something more dramatic.
County Manager Dina Diorio said that at this point, it's not necessary to go backwards and order a lockdown again. Now, she says our hospitals know more about the virus and can treat patients and send them home more quickly. Not all of the towns in the county signed on to the new mask rules. Cornelius, Davidson, Huntersville, Mint Hill, and Pineville won't require face masks in government buildings. And county commissioners thought that was the wrong decision.
I'm just profoundly disappointed in our towns that did not join this proclamation.
I hope they'll reconsider because I do think it's important that face masks are mandated.
Well, we also heard from Health Director Gibby Harris, who said that she's concerned after a testing event more than a week ago that was a snapshot of some higher than expected cases. They tested more than 2,200 patients and 323 tested positive. And that is a 14.6% positive rate compared to the 9% we've been seeing countywide. And about 75% of those who tested positive did not have health insurance, which makes it harder for them to get treated. Today, Charlotte's fight against COVID is getting national attention. A team from the CDC is expected to look at how Mecklenburg is doing with contact tracing. The CDC team is going to analyze if contact tracing is effective, and they'll help streamline the process. County Health Director Gibby Harris, she updated commissioners on the virus last night, and she spoke about contact tracing and said of the 5,200 cases that they've worked since early June, about 25% did not have enough information to contact someone. And those are people who could potentially spread the virus and not know it. The CDC visit is one of 3 federal agencies to visit our area, all aimed at helping us get that infection rate under control.
They're very interested in seeing how things are working at the local level and are going to be working with us to think through how we might streamline and improve the process considering the numbers that we're seeing in some communities.
A COVID response assessment team and a FEMA representative will visit Charlotte soon to analyze our data as well. That group will file a report to the President's Coronavirus Task Force. Now, we know contact tracing is so important to stop the spread of the virus, but a doctor from Baylor College of Medicine says the surge in cases is so out of control, contact tracing isn't possible in the South.
So essentially, even our limited means of public health control are not possible. So this dramatic acceleration. The epidemic is out of control in the southern part of the United States.
And we are continuing to look into this and asking the health department if they think contact tracing is still effective here. Now, this morning, protesters asked North Carolina lawmakers to impeach Governor Cooper. Now, this is video of Reopen NC members going into the Capitol this morning, and you can see most of them were not wearing masks. They've objected to the governor's orders on masks and delaying reopening. An organizer accused Governor Cooper of abusing his power during the pandemic and Black Lives Matter protests.
The only hope to save our state from a Democratic socialist takeover is the North Carolina General Assembly.
Do your job.
Do your job.
Yes. Do their job.
Reopen NC started an online petition to impeach the governor, and it has more than 5,000 signatures so far. Governor Cooper's office responded to the impeachment push yesterday, saying that this isn't the time for partisan politics, and they pointed to other states that rolled back their reopening plans because of a spike in cases. North Carolina bowling alleys are reopening. Now, yesterday, a judge granted owners a temporary injunction against Governor Cooper's executive order. Bowling alleys, they've been closed since the governor shut down most businesses back in March. They would have had to wait until phase 3 to legally reopen. A group of owners told the judge that they could not afford to stay closed and their businesses aren't a public threat to public health. And the governor has indicated that he'll appeal, though.